Hello, this is Pilot. This is a test. If you like this, I'll use this TTS from now on until I get a good mic. I'll be honest, this is the second time I've worked on a sort of script thing for this recording, still learning all this stuff. And currently, I plan, script, edit, and make the thumbnails for all of my videos. So that's cool. The storage is a bit of an issue for a while. It's gotten better in the sense that I got more backpacks later on, and I have taken the time to organize those better. I don't have a base yet, and I am working on that. I have a total of 17 videos from the recording this is from, with a few snippets from me, just running off on my own. I always have this issue, and I'm not sure when I'll make a base. Tend to just run as far as I can in every new world. At this point, I was still really tense recording. You can see it in the head movements, and how I click / move things. Sometimes I'd click too quickly and not hard enough, so it didn't register. And the wither skeletons scared me to death, as I felt the need to run from them, because I didn't want to die so early on. No, it's not hardcore. I was, and still am, trying to keep deaths to a minimum in this playthrough. I keep the backpack in the shulk inventory, so if I do die, I don't lose it. I don't know if you guys will consider that cheating. Do let me know if it bugs you. I have plans for a base, but I'm not exactly the best builder, and for the most part stick to small builds. But I plan on trying for a bigger scale building for this playthrough. Not a mega build, but still big. I also, as you probably have noticed, open chests a lot on and off. During the recording, I would open the chests and get stuff out of them, telling myself I needed to get other things and just wouldn't. Or I'd even just flat out forget what was in them. For some reason, despite knowing it doesn't work, I'd put my torches on spawners. This doesn't stop them from spawning stuff, so I just wasted some torches. I equally missed most of my attacks. Again, really tense while recording, and I'm not sure why I am. I'll be honest, this room in the nether levels of Dungeon Crawl is probably my favourite loot-wise. Generally gives really good stuff, and I've gotten stuff like XP bottles even from here. I highly recommend the mod. Mob-wise, it can be rough with the amount of wither skeletons I've dealt with in the lower levels, but given the loot gets better, the lower you get. It's fair, it also gets harder the lower you get. It's here I had realised I forgot my crafting table, so I made a new one to upgrade my backpack so I could have more storage. I'm a loot goblin at heart, and will take nearly everything if it's not bolted down in-game. So it's a good thing bolts don't exist in Minecraft. Despite realizing it right away, I don't pull my arrows out immediately. I don't know why I put them away either. I rely on the bow pretty heavily. I don't know if that is during the later videos cut from this recording or after, but it's keeping me at a distance. I just also have bad aim with a bow too. At this point I decided to leave, completely forgetting about a room a few floors up I backed out of due to creepers. So, never got the loot from there. Oops, but cut the majority of that out as it's a long path. Several spiral staircases and just long halls to go through. And I'll come clean now. I really don't do much interesting past here. So you're more than welcome to click off now if you want. No hard feelings. I think the most I do from here is walk around this upper area, cook some food, and use an anvil on 2 bows I got. The bow part, despite being the thumbnail, is the literal last moments of this video. So I don't know why I used that instead. Anything else in this section, really anything, would have been more fitting, in my opinion. Just so it's not the normal, oddly silent gameplay my other videos are, I want to take this portion to note I'm dyslexic. The only reason I'm mentioning this because I do the writing for my videos, like the title and description, so typos are going to happen, even in the captions I put on the videos themselves. This sucks, but it's not something I can necessarily control, so please, for my sake, do tell me about any typos and where they pop up so I can fix them. I'd greatly appreciate it, and it does seriously help me read and write better. I try my best, and although not perfect, it's typically not that bad for me, so hopefully I can keep it to a minimum. By far, I struggle more with B, D, P, Q, G, and even S and Z. There's a few others, but typing doesn't show them, as there isn't any ones that look as kin as that group has. But if you're curious, it's a J, L, and E. For numbers, I struggle with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, so most of them. When it comes to writing, I just write them different to help. For typing, regardless to the oddly poor reputation it has, I use Comic Sans. The unique and non-uniformed appearance makes it easier for my brain to tell them apart. It is by design, regardless to if intentional or not, dyslexia-friendly. I will mess up all letters though, and I even mess up spelling, mixing up letter placement, or even flipping whole words backwards or putting them in the wrong place. A few times, I've accidentally put words in other words without noticing. Sometimes my sentences don't make much sense or seem a bit run-off-like, as I genuinely cannot remember the spelling for the word I want to use. So I have to rework it or find something that fits, even if a little shaky, in the place of what I wanted to use. Anyways, thank you. I appreciate you staying with me while I play this game. You don't have to come back. I'm thankful for the time you gave me. I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Don't forget to drink some water, get yourself a snack, and be safe, bud.